Okay, that's enough. Hi everyone, it's Provod, and today's stream will be about my visit to Revision and things I did there. So obviously, I think my today's stream will be mostly in English, but still I will sometimes switch back to Russian because of my Russian-speaking viewers. Привет, привет, Антон Алексеевич, привет всем. Сегодня будет маленький стрим, на этом он все-таки будет очень длинный, про то, как я съездил на Revision, привет, Кринтью, и про разные соревнования, в которых я там участвовал, что я занял, что не занял. Вот. В основном стрим будет на английском, но если что, задавайте вопросы на русском, я буду отвечать на русском. Hi Zenithor89, what's with your hair? It's usual, like it's always like this. Hi Greaser from Portugal. Hi from Siberia. Ирина Смирнова, привет. So yeah, let's start with, as you probably seen on the front screen. Okay, let's do this one. So I've participated this. So what's Revision? Let's start with this. Like Revision is the most, the biggest demo scene only demo party out there that is that happens once a year in Saarbrücken, I think it's pronounced, in Germany, in Easter, which is like Catholic Easter, and this time it happened from 30th of March till 2nd of April, and Игорь Игорек, привет. So there are many compos. It's really fun. It's the biggest party out there. Demo scene specific. I suspect that this is true. So okay, what I was trying to focus here is this time this was my first Revision. I've been to other demo parties, but I haven't been to Revision because it usually happened like for the wrong time for me. I couldn't go that time. So this time I was able to make it, and so yeah, I went to Revision. There's actually like a kind of weird story about that. So as a Russian citizen, I need a visa to go to Germany and like in Europe, Schengen area and like EU and stuff like this. Like I need to have a visa to go to many countries. So I applied for a visa in early March, given like a lot of window for them to process documents and stuff like this, but they didn't like my application for some reason and required some additional documents, and this was really late, like it happened a week before the party, and I needed these documents from Germany, and this is the time where I said a huge thanks to our Revision organizers who were really helpful and sent the right documents to me like in really timely fashion, like really quick, and so I was able to get a visa like just a single day before the party, and like there was slight chance that I wouldn't make it. Like after the requested documents, it's like this chance suddenly went from 0 to something that could happen, and yeah, and I also like I got really sick 2 weeks before the party. I got really sick with the flu, like that I actually had to go to call an ambulance and go to infectious hospital and spend some time there. So yeah, this is kind of made a lot of things harder for me because I was preparing my 8K and 4K intro, and then suddenly got sick for 2 weeks. I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. I was just lying down there and just hoping that I basically remain alive. And and at this time I was also like having this trouble with documents, and it was like insane. But in the end I recovered just a few days before the party, and got my visa, and yeah, this this was an adventure. So yeah, I went to the party, and yeah, going from Siberia to Germany is like 20 hours of different kind of transportation, and there's 5 hours time difference. So basically, I was really sleep deprived at the party, and couldn't do couldn't socialize and do a lot of stuff. And so yeah, Игорь Игорек спрашивает, есть ли мощные книги по математике на русском, которые пригодятся при кодинге и графике. Не знаю. Не знаю. Картинку я потом посмотрю, на кулере сломалась видеокарта. Так, говорят, жизнь в ФРГ лучше, чем в Сибири. Что можете сказать насчет этого? So the question is, they say that life in Germany is better than Siberia. It kind of like there's the common opinion in Russia that the life is better in Europe and like in many other countries, but this is not necessarily the case. Like, it's kind of difficult to answer to this question, because like there's these major things that get me annoyed in Europe a lot. Like, why do you have like shops closed the time that shops are closed? Like, what the hell? Like in Russia, it's always like, it's any time of the day you can go somewhere and like buy even computer hardware. Like, it's I don't know, I'm really used to being able to do things at yeah, and like, this is the I'm just nitpicking here, but just one thing that I wanted to say. Yeah. Окей. Я надеюсь, я ответил на вопрос понятно. Ну, то есть, сложно сказать. Мне очень неоднозначно, где лучше. Павел, привет. So yeah, what I was trying to do here today is, so yeah, I participated in Shader live coding thing, and I also participated in PC 8K intro and PC 4K intro. And so the thing is, like, I actually won the Shader Showdown, the live coding one. And this was a complete surprise for me, because when I submitted my application for the Showdown compo, I got a reply that there are too many contestants, and there will be pre-selection for the people who will be able to participate at the thing. And so this is the time when I thought that I'm basically nobody. My stuff is not really that good, and so yeah, I won't be preselected. But then I got preselected. That made me really happy. And when this was when I saw who other preselected people were, and there were like top demo singers out there, like people who made winning entries for the past several years, and I was like, okay, I will be destroyed like at all. Like, it's not even like, for me it would be the question, maybe just doing something that would not completely bad, like not and in order to make that, I started thinking like, what are my options? Like, I'm not really that good, so maybe I should prepare something like the if I have to win this thing. Hello, Captain, or I Captain. I can see from here. демки. Демки здесь вот, которые были на ревижене. Это просто типа список результатов. Будет дальше, я просто рассказываю про то, что я делал. So, like, if for some reason I'm going to plan to win this thing, there are 8 contestants. There will be 3 rounds. So as I don't expect myself to be able to write something decent from scratch live, like without any preparation. Like, I'm not that good. I will just make a lot of mistakes and stuff will be really bad. So I decided that my best chance would be to have something prepared. Like, so yeah, the thing that preparing some complete shader is also out of the question, because this is not really fun and this is not really like honest to both to myself and to other contestants. But at least I should have something like be able to write the marching code, for example, like some boilerplate codes, really good, like don't make mistakes there, and be able to write it really fast. So, and have some general blocks out of which I will be able to build something really good. Not really good, but something remotely decent, let's say. So what I did was I started doing just that. I downloaded Bonzomatic, which is the tool that live coding is done on revision with, and I started just setting timer on my phone and typing things and see how do I perform. And so yeah, I just did that for a couple of hours. Like, I think I streamed a couple of those attempts. So there are, I think on YouTube there are videos of me doing just this. And I didn't actually do anything that much off stream. Like, I did something, but not much. Like, the stream is most of my work was actually on stream. So so this was basically my preparation, and then I started like, okay, I can do basic things, I can do recollections, I can do remarching, I can do that within like 15-20 minutes, this is okay. And like lighting and stuff, but then I need to have some building blocks to be able to like actually build some decent scenes for that. And this is better when I got basically sick and couldn't like prepare anymore. That this is what the point where I stopped preparing. And so yeah, this is one thing. Like there were like a lot of questions about how was I preparing for this stuff, and this is basically I replying to that. Yeah. And second thing, like like the first round I was put against Ferris, who is a really cool guy, who basically Ferris is the guy who taught me shaders. Like, it was 2009, I think, and Ferris and his team, I'd say, and his group, yeah, it's his group, they won Assembly 4K intro, and I was like, how did you do that? And just came to him, and he explained me the Ray Martin thing, and gave me some, I think there were some sources for the 4K thing, and that basically where I first saw shaders and first saw how it would be done. And but I wasn't like active in the machine for 2 or 3 years after that. But still, like, the Ferris is the guy who introduced me into this whole area, and I'm really thankful for that to him. So yeah, and like being against him was like, okay, I will be destroyed like completely. It's out of the question. Like, if I wouldn't be able to do anything. And yeah, it was like 10 p.m. local time, which is like, and I think it was postponed actually. It was like midnight or hour after midnight, which is in my internal clock it was like 5 a.m. or something, and I was like I was just sleeping or how do you say it in English? I have no idea, but basically I was sleeping awake, and yeah. So yeah, and another thing that I wanted to say, like when you participate in this thing, you only see your own shader. So you can't see what your opponent is doing unless you just go like this and try to watch on the big screen, and you can't actually see anything because it's like this before you. So yeah, it's completely possible. So what I want to do today, I would like to watch these 3 matches that I participated in with you, because I'm really interested at what my opponents were doing, because I only seen the end result and only for a few seconds after the match happened. So I wanted to go to a live stream and watch it with you for me to have an idea what I was up against, and also comment on what I was doing and what mistakes I made and what decision I made. So I think that could be also interesting. So I have prepared a bit of location in Revision live streaming, and I had some troubles with it actually being buffered. Гекарка, привет. И да, я поехал на Revision, и я участвовал на шейдерах, и я участвовал в 8К и в 4К. So, okay, let's go. If it's too loud, like say to me, and I will make it a little bit less. So let's actually fast forward a bit. Buffering. Окей. Звук потише сделать в самой вот этой... Мой голос или тот, который звук здесь в стриме? Угу. Окей.
Shader Showdown 2018. It's Pravod versus Ferris. It's the USA versus Russia. Are you ready?
US versus Russia, yeah.
I can't hear you. Are you ready? So let's get started in 5.
Okay, it's buffering again.
4,
I have no idea why it's that, because like
go.
Okay, so what I'm doing here, like I completely don't need this boilerplate which is in Vozomatic, and here's Ferris like reporting that he has some trouble, and I looking at him like, okay, he has some trouble, maybe it's not honest for me like to continue typing why he can't type, and I'm trying to figure out like...
Ferris embracing the tunnel while Pravod is erasing everything and starting from scratch.
Comments are fun. Yeah, I'm asking the organizers like what's going on, should we like restart or something? When they say, yeah, it's okay, it's fixed. And it's buffering and it's not okay. What the hell with the buffering thing? Have we like what the hell?
Slight mix-up with the keyboard layout. If you didn't know, Ferris is from France now. He had a French keyboard layout. Maybe we applied the keyboard layout for the DJ to Ferris's computer.
Через МПВ я не увижу чат,
At least we
и
disabled this keyboard shortcuts that switches keyboard.
мне тоже
layout,
интересно
which is
посмотреть на
totally
чат, что
annoying if
люди
you
писали.
accidentally press it and then you're on French settings. Whoa.
Okay,
Touch
so
bonus for keyboard. Typing,
I
well, marching
think like
along.
lowering quality would like make it unreadable, but let's try. Okay, it's barely visible. Okay,
And
I
99
think
steps.
this is fine. Anyway, so yeah, this is just a generic Ray marching.
So this round we have quite some young blood here. We have Probert who
I'm just writing the
for the demo scene at around 2011. He says we ignore some failed attempts. So even though he heard from about the demo scene before, and we have Ferris who has been to revision last year his first time, even though it's not his first
Okay,
demo
I think
party.
I'm going to mute the
started
thing
in-
because like this is not the point. If you want to hear the commentary, you can like watch it for yourself. What I was trying to do here is explain what I was doing, like just generic Ray marching. So at this point, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm fairly confident that I will do something Ray marching, and Ray marching like to make it look good. Like I don't know how to make stuff look good on the fly, so I need to write this Ray marching boilerplate. I need to write the proper normals. I need to write the proper function which will calculate the lighting. So I'm doing just that. While Ferris actually being like he is really good, and all my opponents were really good. He's actually live coding something 2D, which is and making trying to make it look good on the fly, which is like insane skill. Like I have no idea how to do that. I will spend a lot of time making a lot of mistakes, like just to do what he like to get an idea like what he will do. Like what takes a few seconds for him will take minutes for me in that area. So I'm just trying to go my way where my mistakes are not that expensive. Я привез на Revision демки, чат попапнуть нельзя, потому что это разные вещи. Ну, то есть это браузер, а там будет, они рассинхронизируются. So yeah, I'm just making a test render, making sure that I haven't made any mistakes at all. And so yeah, this is another thing that I can't make it look good while I'm writing the boilerplate code. And what I'm doing is just testing that what I wrote so far is kind of okay. That there are no obvious mistakes there. While Ferris makes it a show and makes it interesting. XSWWSXZZAQQAZ. Hi. I'm fine. I'm just explaining what I was how I was participating at the live coding compo at Revision and commenting on the live stream there, at the recording of the stream there. Okay. So yeah, Ferris is actually, I think he already synchronized his thing to music, while I haven't done anything. Like, okay, I have normals. I just tested that my normals work. And yeah, I'm writing a lighting function for direct lighting, which contains two terms, Lambert term for diffuse lighting and Blin font term for specular. I can't do anything more complicated than that because these functions are really simple to memorize, like, and they are kind of intuitive to memorize. So this is not like memorizing some abstract thing. Just when you understand how it works, it's just intuitive. So yeah, and also I'm writing like raw. Not correct normalization, energy conservation terms for them. just something that is kind of close, and it makes sense to make a okay-ish picture. So yeah, this is the diffuse term, and this is the specular term. Borrowing Infantry, привет. Это я рассказываю про то, как я участвовал на Vision на этих выходных и что там было. Вот. So yeah, okay. And yeah, I'm writing the box distance function.
I now see that it has proper diffuse and specular lighting.
Sasha,
From
hi.
a textbook. A textbook with very, very ugly variable names, but a textbook.
Okay, and first make some
Going deeper into the 2D.
radial blurs thing, which is like it's been a few minutes and his stuff already looks kind of interesting-ish, and it's also synchronized to music, and I have no idea how did he do that. Maybe it's just like time he hears what the BPM of music is and just manually synchronize it into that. Because yeah, another thing that was kind of difficult this round, the first round, is that FFT didn't work. It will be seen later how I struggle with FFTs, but for some reason, whatever values they reported weren't like the ones that I expected. Like when I tried at home, just how Bonzomatic works and how FFTs with like which values mean what. So I got the idea how can I use the FFT, and this on the live stage it didn't work like this, and I was like really surprised. I had no idea how to fix that. So I ended up not synchronizing to music that well because yeah, I ran out of ideas. So this is the thing, but when I try to, okay, I have box function, I have repetition function, maybe I could do something like mirror-ish box. So I already at this point I already have an idea that I will do the box, and I will do this box with a lot of repeated box out of the walls of the like main bounding box. And I will have all this thing with mirrors and lights. So at this point, I already have an idea what I'm trying to do. У меня было 4К 12 место и 8К 3 место. FFT of this fast Fourier transform, basically a texture that contains frequency values for not frequency, like amplitude for frequencies. And there are 3 textures available in Bonzomatic. First one is a current FFT, current amplitude values for frequencies. And I don't really understand what they mean, like in terms of absolute frequencies, because FFT is you have to work, you have to deliberately think about mapping FFT values to like expected space of frequencies and amplitudes, because like it's difficult. Like there are window sizes, like window overlap and stuff like this. There's a lot of things that can be implemented differently there. And so yeah, the first thing is the values. The second thing is smooth values, which means like they are not changing so sharp. And the third thing is integrated FFT values, which is really good to make like some rotations which is basically like running sum of current FFT values. Это происходило в Саарбрюкене в Германии на этих выходных. Это крупнейшая демопати, которая именно только демопати. Вот. Я там ни разу не был до этого, вот в этом году съездил и поучаствовал. Okay, so first doing colors, and it already looks good, and I was doing like the idea that I was talking about, like, okay, I made the mirrored box, made the boxes, and now I think I should make camera look at things, so I'm building a look at matrix out of the, like, I made the at point where camera should look at, and I made the like camera coordinates, which is like rotating around the sphere, which remained from the test stuff, but I think it kind of look okay-ish. So yeah, this I have made the look at matrix. I have no idea how I did that, like being sleep deprived. You can kind of memorize it because there are not so many moving parts. There are like 3 vectors. You just memorize in which order you cross them. So yeah. Я могу какие-то вещи рассказывать по-русски, просто у меня набежало много англоязычных зрителей, вот, и я думаю, что будет им тоже интересно, если не сейчас лайвом посмотреть, то, по крайней мере, потом в записи. Я могу какие-то вещи объяснять на русском, то есть задавай вопросы. Вот. Если совсем непонятно, ну, я могу попытаться дублировать. So there was a question like, why do I speak English, and could I please switch to Russian? And I probably will like do a bit more Russian because like people are asking for it. Так, я, в общем, расскажу в 2 словах. Когда я сел это писать, я не знал, что я буду писать. То есть я такой, типа, окей, я умею в реймарчинг, я сейчас напишу реймарчинг, пока я пишу реймарчинг, я придумаю, что я буду писать. И, в общем, пока я писал это все, а мне нужен boilerplate код для того, чтобы реймарчинг работал, пока я писал вот сам марчинг, пока там нормали какие-то, освещение, вот это вот все. Я такой, окей, ладно, я сделаю простую сцену, короче, шарик в кубике зеркальное, пусть все зеркально отражается, там какие-нибудь цветные источники света, пусть вот так как-то будет, и все, и типа это максимум, что я могу. Вот, Феррис, в свою очередь, начал писать 2D-эффект, потому что он очень крутой. Ну, то есть смысл такой, что Феррис и прочие ребята, с которыми я там сражался, они очень сильные. Они могут просто сесть и сходу написать что-то новое, вообще вот такое. Я нет, мне нужно типа, окей, я умею вот в это, вот в это, вот это. Если я писать начну совсем что-то с нуля новое, что я до этого не делал, я буду делать очень много ошибок, оно будет выглядеть очень коряво. Поэтому я выбрал путь через просто реймарчинг и какие-то простые сцены вот с простыми эффектами. Довольно чизово получилось, но тем не менее. Okay, I just rehearsed what I said in Russian, basically. There were no new information there. So yeah, at this point, I'm just, okay, I made... basically, what I also wrote down is a position light, like point light function, which gets light position and outputs like effect of this light, which builds on the directional light thing, because basically this how it works. And I just started adding some lights at some random positions with some like this Hollywood like bluish yellow orange-ish colors, which like always look good, and everyone exploiting that. So yeah, and Ferrис is doing domain transformation and syncing to music and basically building upon what he was doing. And like honestly, I think that what he's doing is better what I'm doing. Like what I'm doing is really simple and cheesy, and like it's not that much of an art there. Is just doing a lot of dumb typing basically, and yeah. But for some reason, like also, like, honestly, I as a programmer, as a shader like hobbyist, I think what Ferris is doing, like given the circumstances, is better and more complicated what I'm doing. But yeah, the end result is still kind of not clear. Yeah, I having some troubles, and I don't remember what kind of trouble. Yeah, this is where I'm trying to FFT, I think, and it doesn't work. And I, what the hell? I just tried to synchronize it to music, and it didn't work. На высоком уровне. Непонятно, в каком контексте вопрос про высокий уровень. Непонятно. Уточни. Просто высокий уровень это может быть как дизайн движков, и это отдельная, там, большая сложная тема, там, я тут, наверное, не подскажу. Вот, а может быть как, типа, не писать свой софт-рендер, а писать там хороший рендер просто на сях, там, крестах, поверх OpenGL, не знаю. Ну, то есть контекст вопроса мне непонятен, прости. So, yeah, Ferris is synchronizing to music. I think he's also doing FFT. And yeah, I talked to him after the thing, and he also like had this trouble with FFTs behaving not. Yeah, this is where I just output in FFT values to understand what's going on there, and I see that they are all over the place, and I can't actually use them to synchronize anything because they don't necessarily contain noise, but they are not clear enough to use them to synchronize to music. This problem was fixed later. Like second stage didn't have this problem. Organizer spotted that and fixed that. Этот челлендж мне в плане карьерного роста пока ничего не дал. Это было на выходных. Ну и как бы я... Я пока не ищу куда-то, куда перейти. Мне там, где я работаю, норм. And at this point, I think I don't have any good idea what to do because, like, I can synchronize to music, and I'm just stuck. I have no idea what to do. And this, like, pulsating thing doesn't make any sense. It's really trivial, and I think I thought about, like, making it more complex, but for some reason I couldn't figure out how, like, come up with idea that wouldn't, like, break everything. Because, like, simply modulating it with angle with A10, like PXPZ, would make a lot of artifacts and would be although slow. And I tried to add some colors, and this is like color colors, like yellow, blue, and pink for some reason, because lack of symmetry or something. So yeah, I'm just adding point lights to make it more interesting. Try to make it more interesting, because I'm out of ideas. I have no idea how to make it better, and although, like, it seems really dull in here, like not enough contrast. Like the first one is a lot more colorful. For some reason, like this was the problem for all my shaders, because it looked a lot on stream and on screen. It looked like they are not they don't have enough contrast, but when I was doing them on monitor that I had, I didn't really perceive that this is a problem. Like, it only became clear later. Like, look at what Ferris is doing. Like, it's good. Like, it's interesting. It's stylish. This doesn't have any style. Like, my stuff is not. Yeah, this is actually the most one of the big problems with whatever I'm doing is that I lack style. My artistic side is very weak, and I have no idea how to make it better at this point. Well, it's easy to say, like, okay, you should practice, you should copy other artists and stuff like this. But given time constraints, like, I spent a couple of hours on demo scene per week. Usually, like, this is average, and this is not much that you can do in this time. Реалистичную графику на шейдерах для AAA игр. Я думаю, что надо читать публикации Сиграфа, смотреть лекции, в общем, смотреть на передний край науки, что ребята делают. Там всякие книжечки последние, типа GPU Pro, GPU Gems там есть. Вот, просто типа смотреть, что они делают, как это выглядит, пытаться написать самому. Какой-то готовой книги, в которой было бы написано это все от начала до конца, что типа мы берем вот, делаем вот так, получается AAA игра, ну, как бы нет такого, да? Вот, то есть это надо прямо просто пытаться самостоятельно вот пройти все техники, читать, смотреть, что они делают, какие проблемы решают, каким способом решают, сколько это стоит, ну, в смысле производительности. И да, пытаться написать самому и чувствовать, как это все работает. Звездочка, мелкий шрифт. Я не графический программист. Для меня это хобби. Я вот сам, как вот я сказал, я хочу так делать, и иногда, типа, изредка, вот как в качестве хобби поделываю, но не профессионально. Мне за это не платят деньги. So yeah, again, like, what Ferris is doing is like really stylish and really good. My thing is like, it's reflections and cheese. And yeah, so after I did a couple of stages, I had this idea, so that, okay, maybe I'm winning because of my stuff being really cheesy. Maybe I should make like a shader that draws cheese, and that's okay. This will be a really dumb meta pun on myself. Есть сайтик такой learnpgl.com, но он на английском, естественно, и он так хорошо, типа, с нуля до какой-то там фотореалистичной картинки. Вот, можно почитать там, но это только как бы он по поверхности очень идет. Понятно, что тема сильно богаче, там прям реально очень много разных техник в зависимости от контекста. So yeah, that's it. This is the countdown timer. I have no idea what to do next. And Ferris is also ready, and that's it.
And now the hard part. They're done. Let's show them. Let's show the shaders. Okay, show profile, and you guys cheer if you want him to go through.
Give it up for
Give it up for Ron!
Now let's see Ferris
Okay,
shader.
show Ferris shader. Give it up, Ferris!
Give it up for Ferris!
No the winner, the winner. Give it up for the shitter. Don't turn on his bit. Yeah, the winner's clear. Profile is gonna go through to the next round. Give it up, Profile. He's gonna go continue in the
Okay,
next round.
and at this point I'm really surprised, like what just happened, like, and I haven't seen what Ferris done, yeah, because of the thing, and I'm just confused, like, did I win? Like, what did just happen?
Of last year's final? Who knows?
Like,
It's
why?
LJ versus Cooper. So LJ and Cooper, come to the stage. Bring your keyboards.
And yeah, so I completely didn't expect. I didn't expect this to turn out this way, and so I had no idea how to behave, like how to do, how to politely and correctly react to like winning things, and I'm just confused, like, well, okay, what do I do? Okay, so this has ended, and I completely forgot to read the chat, because like it's really interesting what people were saying here for me. Like it's kind of gratification thing, so you spend a lot of effort, time, and like whatever, and you just need to look at what other people were saying about this. Yeah, Provost needs music reaction. Yeah, this is completely correct. Because I couldn't do FFT thing, and I couldn't come up with this really simple idea of manually synchronizing two beats, because I don't think DJs would change BPM on the fly that much. Let me adjust this. First shirt matched the chair. What? Okay. Robots look great, but it's also a little boring. That is absolutely true. Yeah, first is original. But yeah, also like I like that people like stuff that I did. It's also kind of yeah, this is also correct. It's synchronized to music, and it's just for the qualification, yeah. Okay, so this is the end of this thing, and I need to do... Золото дали? Не, мне отдали вот такую вот штучку. Вот. Okay, so I've been streaming for an hour. Maybe it's time for a little break for me. I think I will just want to go and drink water or something, and I should... next thing that I will do is I will... Okay, 21, 24. Next round. 21, 24. 24. Okay, just a bit earlier. Okay, I need to go... what is this? maybe. So yeah, they are 17 hours apart. What the hell is going on? Okay, 21, 17. Yeah, this is.
For that, we're gonna start with the first semi-final of the live shader coding showdown.
Задание какое? Есть 25 минут, есть два чувака, вот я, а вот не я. И надо за 25 минут на голом JLSL написать что-то, что понравится аудитории. Естественно, если оно реагирует на музыку, это лучше, потому что это смотрится интересней. Вот. Как-то так. И типа аудитория своими голосами, их громкостью выбирает, соответственно, кто побеждает, кто проходит следующий раунд, ну или побеждает совсем. Вот. So, I think at this point I will make a short break and we'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, I think something like this. Let me just say it somewhere here that is a short break. Verbal 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Так. Отвечаю. I will reply to chat. Музыка в каком виде, в каком приходит? Там воткнут просто джек, который идет из микшера. So the music is being passed to the computer. I think they're just audio cable going from the mixer to the line-in jack or something. Coffee break. Yeah, water break. I drink water. Срус, привет. Я здоровался, я не здоровался, по-моему, нет, я что-то не помню. Мощные книги по... Real-time рендеринг выходит в августе. Свежий эдишн, вроде как хороший должен быть. Но, кстати, да, real-time рендеринг — хороший обзор того, что происходит в графике. Арчибальд, наверное, привет. Как дела? Да нормально. Нет, там был не плохо джек воткнут, там была конкретно проблема... Какие-то проблемы у них с настройками, они, короче... Не контакт, а именно какие-то настройки. Они потом решили, я не знаю подробностей. Не, ну просто real-time рендеринг такой обзорный, то есть он не дает конкретных алгоритмов. Там текст выглядит как типа, ну вот есть такая техника, 3 ссылки, а потом ее улучшили, еще 3 ссылки. И 3 ссылки — это какие-то PDF-файлы, которые потом надо где-то искать, читать, каждый из них там на несколько десятков страниц. Вот такая книга, да, то есть, ну, как бы нет. Ну, то есть, да, очень круто, но очень тяжело. То есть она очень обзорная. Математика там какая-то вводная есть, но не сильно много подробно. Okay, so people were asking about good books on rendering, like how to make a good rendering engine, and basically I said that I had no idea except for like reading, like disclaimer, I'm not a graphics programmer, I'm just a regular C++ system programmer, and graphics is my hobby, and it's certainly not on the level where when I can go and make money using my graphics skills, because they're kind of limited to this demo scene region of expertise. And so yeah, what I was saying about the books, that I don't know any good books about engine building, like graphics engine building, but there's this good overview book, like real-time rendering, which the edition that I had was made like 10 years ago or something, and there's a upcoming new edition that will be released like this August or something. And from the looks of it, it will be a great overview of contemporary state of graphics. And this book doesn't go into much details, but it does give you a good overview with links to separate papers about each techniques that it's discussing, or something like this. Я, не секрет, я работаю в Роблоксе над игровой платформой в кишках там игрового движка, совсем как бы в недрах, там никто не видит, что я делаю. Вот. Okay, I think we should go and watch the next round, because I'm really interested with... so I'm up against Fizzer, I think, right? Do I remember correctly? Fizzer, yes, Fizzer. I think he won. Like, he's a great coder. He also won a lot of stuff, and he's been doing a lot of great stuff. And this is again the thing that where I'm very afraid, because I have no idea how to do this. And I also expect to be destroyed completely. Like, honestly, being up against someone on this level is like just scary. So yeah.
So I want you to give a big A big applause to our first two contenders. They won yesterday in the qualifications. Fizzer and Provot. Give them a big hand. They're gonna be supported by Alkema on the decks playing the music. They have 25 minutes and their time starts now. And in the back we have Chaos.
Okay, this is where I haven't seen. Okay, this is too loud.
Yes, in the
This is
back
too
we have
loud
Chaos and
for
us
me.
again.
Good, good.
Oh, hello.
Hello, welcome.
I haven't seen the. Haven't
We
heard
have
the.
contestants that showed very different. Well, not very different, but
I
kind
haven't
of
heard
different
that this
approaches in the
round
first round.
already started, and I was looking. Is
Provot
timers going on? or
Started and
something?
again seems to start right.
And yeah, so basically I'm already
already
already deleting everything
That's quite a lot you read from
because I don't need any of it, and I'm making it a little bit quieter because commenters are making it difficult for me to talk. So yeah, I have no idea what Fizzer is doing, and this will be a surprise for me. I'm just looking at it right now, and I will see what he will write. And he doesn't. He does seem to write the Ray Marcher thing without deleting all this stuff, without indenting and optimizing a lot of. I think he's optimizing for the time. Is it Ray Marching? Yeah, I think it's Ray Marching. Okay, and I'm doing. Yeah, this is where I decided, like, okay, I've done Ray Marching. I think that Ray Marching would be a really, like, I will repeat myself. I should do something else. And this is where I decide, okay, maybe I can write a path tracer live on only live coding, like with the photorealistic global illumination stuff like this, because like it's possible on modern video cards, and it's simple, conceptually simple enough to be able to write it in like 10 or 15 minutes. And spoiler alert, I couldn't do that. I made at least 2 mistakes. One I'm sure about, and the second one I have no idea what happened there. But basically, I couldn't write it properly. So what I was starting doing here is just I need a ray plane intersection, and this is where I kind of decided it before this round. I decided it like 10 minutes before the round that I should write a path tracer. So I looked up a function for the ray plane intersection. Like I obviously did calculate it myself a lot of times throughout my life, and there are several ways how you would parameterize the ray plane intersection. But this one, they were just 10 minutes before before my round would start, and I just I will look it up on internet and just remember this really simple formula with two dots, and yeah. Oh, it's I'm out of my breath to talk. So yeah, Fizzer is doing something like looks 2D but actually is 3D or what? So I have no idea. RP, RO, or DT. Okay, this is to.
The screenshots couldn't look more similar, but the methods couldn't.
Okay. Commenters say that this is really similar entities. Like 4 minutes in, and we just code in the boilerplate. And so yeah, I decided that I want to have this plane and this plane, and maybe to put something on this plane. I need 2 material parameters there. I need emission, like a plane will emit at some pixels some music related FFT values, and have this albedo thing where which specifies like how the plane reacts to the incoming light. So yeah, I decided to test it with 4 samples. And yeah, I at this point I just need 2 planes and nothing more. And maybe it would be simpler to like directly code this and this plane, but for some reason, yeah, I wanted to do something more complicated, but when I wrote this, I decided that this is it. I'm not going to do anything more complicated than that. Yeah, so I'm parameterizing materials, and then I need to like pick the material values based on the plane that is getting intersected, which is like find the closest distance between a plane. So I have intersection with first plane and second plane, and the closest one is the plane that gets selected for like. And they have different. They should have different materials. That so yeah, at this point I already have an idea of how will this react to music. So I have okay. I think I thought about the 2 or 3 options. How should I do this? The one that I ended up writing was the one of them. Like I decided that it will be pixelated and concentric, so pixel colors would depend on distance from center and FFT value of the corresponding frequency, and I will like just play with values to make it look good. Like yeah. I had other options like making it like bars vertical with height depending on the amplitude of the specific frequency, but I ended up not even trying that because I didn't have the time. So this is this thing. So I'm starting to build these color things. So I have the emissive and albedo, and yeah, so basically I haven't trained to write this. This is I'm completely improvising on the spot. So like for the ray marching thing that I was writing before, I did properly at least like 5 to 10 times wrote the ray marching boilerplate code at home to make sure that I can write it within like 10-15 minutes. This one I haven't even tried. So yeah, I wrote a few path tracers before, like the Damascene stuff. You can find, I think, 1 or 2 months ago, I wrote one live on stream. This is kind of similar, but yeah, I didn't rehearse any of these besides looking at the plane intersection, ray plane intersection function. So yeah, okay, Fizer is doing it kind of 3D, but not really. And it's really gray. I think he's improvising a lot here, so he doesn't really know what he wants, or maybe he just have decided what he wants, but yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to make it to parameterize materials based on FFT, and just trying to look at it. And so yeah, this is basically only a reflection there. Okay, and this is where I see that this doesn't work. I need to move these functions, these values up, and this one up, and this one up. Yeah, please past me look at this and make this. Yeah, I will notice that and fix that really soon. So yeah, this is where I haven't yet spotted this one, but I already started doing the past tracers thing where I should, when I found the ray intersection, I need to make another sample, so you need to cast another ray to to random sample colors. And this is the thing that won't work. I remember that it didn't work. For some reason I failed to make it properly. And I don't know what the issue there was. So the idea is that there's this proper reflect function which makes an ideal reflection, and what I need to do is actually fuzz it a little bit, also parameterized by surface, by material roughness. So if it's really smooth, then the ray should be ideal, like ideal reflection, but it is completely rough and diffuse kind of thing. There was a proper word for that and I forgot it. It's матовый по-русски in Russian, but I have no idea what's the proper word in English. But basically rough surface, like not ideal, not smooth enough. So the idea there was to just I have this ideal ray and I should just wiggle it a bit based on the roughness, and for some reason that didn't work, and I'm not sure why. Like I made this noise, I think. Yeah, make random reflection. I need to probably sample with this time, also add time there. Yeah, I make in roughness to parameterize it by roughness. But yeah, but for some reason it didn't work. I don't remember why. Maybe I should have played with the values, with the parameters here for a minute or two and make it work. Maybe it's because like the noise function is sampling the noise texture, which also already like multi-fractal noise. Okay, Feather 1 is interesting. So yeah, there are color, music sync, and also some deformations. And mine is like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing, like it's completely broken.
Also a very nice fisheye lens in Physis shader. Once you are throwing rays into your scene, why not throw them in some odd angles?
Okay, Feather is improvising a lot. And it looks really cool. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, these people can improvise and make it look good, which is a skill that I don't have. I need a lot of, like, kind of physically correct boilerplate code in order to just start even trying to do anything like this. And yeah, for some reason it didn't work. I'm just trying to multiply by something, just find the noise that I want, and it doesn't work. And yeah, and I was okay, my idea of past tracing is failing. What should I do? Like, how do I make it work?
Or something like that. Who knows?
So this is ideal reflection. This is like a bit of reflection, bit of roughness, and this doesn't look good. So for some reason, so okay, noise is from 1 to. Okay, sure. I need to make. Oh, but no, like noise has 3 values, like x, y, z.
The geometry is going completely bananas. Yes.
Okay, Feather is small.
Definitely a nice choice of colors.
Transforming the domain. I think he made it worse. Like, but he will figure out this. I think like it should be recognizable as a logo.
10 minutes now.
This is too much, like too much domain transformation.
But the loop we saw him right earlier, which is about where the cursor is right now, he was just taking the coordinates of the screen coming in and then distorting them with themselves, and again and again and again and again. It looks like he's
Физер экспериментирует, он делает что-то интересное. Okay, this is the point where I decided that I won't be able to do a proper path tracer, so I should really hurry up and code the pixelated music reactive thing. And okay, I tried the gray color, and then I will add a bit of colors. I think I overdone this a bit. I should have made this a little bit more subtle. Демки покажу, да.
Also a lot more colorful.
and of course without any camera movement yet.
So at this point I'm thinking, okay, I should have, like, as commenter said, I should do camera movement. And so yeah, I have two things in mind that I should work on. First, it's camera movement, and second, made more interesting material based on the shading code that I already have. So I'm failed at path tracing, but I should make at least some use of the reflection code that I have.
They're doing it for you, so give it up. Professor and Provo, coding live on stage.
Video shows us what the revision logo looks like in the middle of the night when you're coming into the hall and you see this. Oh yeah.
Mushrooms in the tunnel.
Okay, Fizzers one is
Still happening at Fizzes.
so yeah, most of the time my stuff looked like black screen or some test code or some really boring thing, because I was just building stuff to use it and like failing at that in the process too. But while Fizzer made the show for the entire time, so the entire time he, whatever he's shown was like interesting and dynamic and reactive to music and colorful and stuff like this. It's not clear for me like which is the best approach. Like personally, when I'm looking at other people's work, I do like this thing where like you keep keep the viewer like in suspense, like he doesn't know what this will result in. But I'm not sure that generally that's the best idea, and for me it's completely accident. So I'm not doing that because I want this as an artistic thing. I'm doing that because I don't know other way to do things. And yeah, so this is the thing where I decide to move camera a bit, and I made a mistake on the way that I decided to do that. So okay, Fizzer 1 is really interesting. And also really stylish, like he know what he's doing. Like he know how to tune things to look good. Like again on the contrast that I really like the artistic thing. Artistic feel, I have a lot of trouble with that. So yeah, I'm building look at metrics. I remember that I will fail, and I know the mistake I made there. I just this is a simple typo. This is where it happens. This should be X, not Y, and I don't notice it for a lot of seconds, and then decide to just completely go away with just remove the look at code and move camera by the matrices, which is the correct thing that I should have started doing like from start, because I don't really need to look at thing. I should just make camera wiggle a little bit and it will be fine. А другой чат на экране — это из соревнований, да. Ну, это чат из Твича во время трансляции. So yeah, this is the mistake with the X and Y thing. It should be X, and I have no idea. Maybe I just remember maybe I just made a mistake about the order of things, and yeah, this was not the case. I just realized after that the fact that it was like X and Y thing, but it was too late. Interesting. So this is kind of perspective, but not really. And I have no idea how did he do that. Maybe like divided by Y, which is like it's interesting. Maybe my opponents, like these people who can actually do a lot of improvisation, good looking improvisation on the fly, maybe they just have a lot of have quite a lot more experience with all this stuff, and so they're like palette of whatever they can do is like quite richer than mine, and they feel these things better. So yeah, this is where I will sync up with music somehow, and I should write the rotation matrix things just so. Манви не видел на демопате, а его, по-моему, не было. Я думаю, меня бы познакомили, потому что Кин знает Манви, и он был, потому что мы с ним 4К и 8К делали. Okay, but at least I'm happy with the fact that I also completely improvised this thing. So this wasn't in anything that I even remotely like tried to prepare. And yeah, so and I think I wanted to do a bit more rotational matrices. Where are they? Maybe I haven't like stumbled upon this idea yet. I just remember that I wanted to do that, and I started to do that. Yeah, I think I wrote the Z rotation matrix, but what I instead should have done is write an Y rotation matrix and multiply them, and it would be kind of better.
Camera movements now. Always difficult to have anything realistic looking in terms of camera movement if all you have is code that you write.
No, you're basically up your signs and hope for the best.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of this thing where I just move the cursor up and down and trying to decide what to do next. What I have a lot of ideas, but I can decide which should I follow. And I'm just looking at things and okay, what should I do? What should I do? And remember, I'm really sleep deprived. I have slept like for 4 or 5 hours for the past like more than 30 hours, and this is not good for me. Or anyone.
It's time to see what you got, take inventory, and then buff it out to the max.
There's another small issue with keyboard. Like I'm not complaining to organizers about this. This is completely understandable, and they actually encouraged people to bring their own keyboards. But yeah, obviously I don't really have. It's not really convenient for me to bring my keyboard from Siberia to Germany, where I don't even have any luggage except the carry-on with me. So I basically had to use whatever they had there, and the keyboard was like this laptop style with really short. You can see that like this is completely flat thing, so I made a lot of typos there. But I'm not complaining. It's just a thing that made it a little bit worse for me.
On an oily surface continuously while trying to hold steady.
So yeah, and I completely forgot to do the RY thing, or maybe I looked at the timer and decided that I don't have time to rotate around Y, and yeah. And yeah, another thing that I just saw in the chat that need more light on Provot. Yeah, basically I don't see that there's a problem with it not being like bright and colorful enough. For some reason, I just don't see that.
Count down the last 10 seconds with me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And yeah, so okay, kinda, I can do anything and that's it.
Give it up for Provot and Fizzer.
And I have no idea what Fizzer done.
And give it up for Alchemast supplying the beat.
Gekkorka recommends me to take vitamins and take like an energy drink, and my reply to that is that I don't really I don't like the idea of it's not like intoxicating myself, but like I don't know the exact word, like I don't like the idea of modifying and forcing myself to do something like that would tap my body's reserve. I'm recovering from a really bad flu from at this point, so I don't really think that I have any reserves left in my body, so anything that pushes me pushes me more would actually like be really bad for me. So yeah.
Next round coming up.
Okay, so Orgas decided that participants should like more cheerful about their like winning stuff, and also like I don't really remember that I won at this time also. But yeah, so I'm just being confused. Okay, so this was the second round that I also like surprisingly won. So yeah, Fizzer stuff was really good, like really stylish, really polished, and I do have a lot to learn from those guys, because like I really like what they are doing, and if it was like my decision, I think I'd prefer they winning. But still, I made something still interesting. But I feel like being an imposter here, like maybe as like all of us do. But yeah. Okay, so this was the second round, and let me go to the third one. So this is the third one. Against Flopine. Flopine is I think she's French, and she's the only girl who participated in this thing. And I actually seen her like first round, I think. I didn't see the second round for some reason. Maybe I was really busy working on 4K. Yeah, another point that I want to make is like I really hoped that I would lose, because at that point I was working on 4K intro and 8K intro, and deadlines were really close, and I was like, okay, if I lose the first round, I won't need to participate in this thing again, and I will have more time to work on my actual entries. And then that didn't happen, and I was like, okay, I need to work then on my entries, and I also need to like continue participating in this thing. And maybe if I lose the second round, I will go. I will still have time. I will still have time to work on the entries, and yeah, then I just got to the finals, and I was like, okay, 4K deadline didn't already happen at this point, and I was trying to find Orgas to update my executable. I don't really remember. So the 8K deadline was Saturday or Sunday 6 a.m. and 4K deadline was Saturday Saturday morning or something. So maybe 4K deadline already happened. Okay, I'm really confused at this point. What was going on there? Revision. Events, information, where's the timetable? Okay, PC 4K intro deadline already happened, and I still needed to update something for the 4K. I think I had some issue that I needed to update it with. And I was also participated in this thing, and I also had this looming deadline of PC 8K intro. Yeah, I was finishing up my entries at the party. Basically, 4K intro was made almost entirely on the party. Like, Kin did music beforehand, at least most of it, and I think I did a small preparation for the 4K, like, I looked up how to do this Voronoi-based buildings pattern, and also tried to do this atmospheric scattering, but I had to rewrite it completely, so it mostly done on the party place, this 4K intro. 8K intro is another story, I will get to that. Okay, where was I? Okay, this okay, I won't close that yet. So yeah, this is another thing that was going through my mind. So okay, I need to like finish this, lose it or something like this, and then finish up my 4K because yeah, there's still not much time left. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, I was saying that I've seen the Flopin first round of Lupin, and I really liked it because what she was doing was amazing. It was also 3D. It was some interesting distance function that I couldn't understand from just looking at it, and it was really stylish and really good looking, and I never heard of her before. But she was on the level of those guys, like with the style and all the, and she also like performed a little bit while writing it, so it was really fun to watch. And me being against her, I was okay. So she also does 3D, not 2D, not like something like she knows how to do 3D. She like properly and stylish and stuff like this. The audience like her. I like her because she's what she was doing is amazing. And yeah, and I'm out of ideas. I don't know what. I did have an idea when I knew that I was up against her. Like, okay, if she does 3D, maybe I should do some interesting 3D too, but I ended up not following that because I forgot midway through the stage that I wanted to do. Okay. So yeah, I expected to be myself completely destroyed by her style and 3D and stuff like this. So yeah. As usual, I expected to be destroyed by my opponent completely, and I'm really interested at what was going on. I haven't seen this. I don't know what her, and we so we both are not sure that should we start or something. So yeah, my usual thing that, okay, I had an idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a landscape with complicated random 3D object made of like repeating and modified cubes and spheres floating above that with shadows and stuff like this. But as you if you've seen, and like spoiler alert, I haven't done that. I only did the landscape. And then I decided that, okay, for this I already need to I will also write a Raymarcher for that, and the first 10 to 15 minutes of this round will, from my side, will look completely the same as the first round. So the basically Raymarching code is the same. So I will have to type the same thing again. So I decided to like spice it up a little bit by leaving witty comments about this thing that I'm writing, like being meta a bit. Yeah. Live code comments at the new black. Okay. Pro drinks water. Yeah, I do drink water. Okay, so lols. Yeah, the same. Marsh Kek. Yeah, yeah. Was seeing the counter. Oh, it's already going. Yeah, it was. I was confused at like when should we start? Yeah. Flopin is girl, right? Демки на Unity пишут, есть демки на Unity, но, естественно, не 4К. Голый билд Unity без никто, вообще без какого-либо контента 53 мегабайта. Okay, cylinder tour. Okay. This will be distance function too. And for me, yeah, so basically I know what I'm writing. This won't be interesting for yet another 5 minutes because I will be doing the very same thing while commenting like, okay, I have already written that and this is like repetitive. Я не знаю, как это переводится. Наверное, никак. Я не... Есть уже демки на несколько сотен мегабайт, в которых там просто очень много всяких векторных каких-то данных закодирования. Resume after scroll what? Okay, sorry. Oh, we haven't like missed much, I think.
You ain't redlining, you ain't headlining. But this is Flopin's first shader showdown combo, isn't it?
STF torso, okay.
Perhaps she's feeling some pressure now being in the finals. Exciting time.
So she once again follows her recipe, like distance function component first.
Игорь, если есть какие-то вопросы, если что-то непонятно, задавай вопросы. Я с удовольствием отвечу на русском. Okay, so at this point I have the landscape because it's trivial to build, and then I need to... Okay, I need for lighting, I need normals, and I need to... Okay, I have normals, I will output normals, I think, right now to test it, and it kind of works, and then I need lighting equation, direct lighting. I won't need pose light, point light for that. I will just need light direction, direct lighting, and I also need the reflecting plane that would look just like that would represent water. And I think I messed up material somewhere there. So at this point, I'm really, really, really tired. Ребята очень по-разному работают в куче разных индустрий. Вот и да. So look at this. So she had this really cool effect when she multiplies the color by, I think it looks like, I haven't noticed it in the code, but it looks like it's one minus the iteration count by divided by the max iteration count, which makes this it look kind of like ambient occlusion, but really cheap and fast to write. Because like doing even like traditional approximation to ambient occlusion is kind of time consuming to write in this context. But she found a way to make it look like that really cheap, and it looks good. Like it's, I love it. Like it's a great find. Алексей Андреев, привет. Я выиграл в лайфкодинг компа. И 3-е место в 8К компа. И 12-е место в 4К компа. В мои видео там очень дофига часов смотреть. Там прям, и там, это не самый эффективный способ учиться на самом деле, потому что там много какого-то такого тупника. То есть оттуда можно вытаскивать точечные вещи, но лучше гораздо плотнее читать книги. Ну и там статьи, какие-то публикации. Стримы еще будут. Ну, я пытаюсь по четвергам стримить, но вот пока я болел, я 2 недели не стримил, потому что я вообще был никакой, я просто был лужей. Американские сценеры существуют, но их мало, очень мало. В основном европейцы. Ободок с ушами, да. Cambridge Commerce, I have no idea. Like, I've read about it sometime, but I don't... my English skills are not enough to properly understand it. So this is the fun thing where I just doing the Dear Light thing and tell the like, okay, I have done this before. Sorry guys about being repetitive. And this is this thing I just pause in here because I want to explain what this means. This so this is the Blin-Fon term for specular. And this is like energy conservation normalization factor that makes it look quite a bit better. But this is not the correct one. This is the one that is that can be found in a lot of literature. But Rick Fabian Giesen from Farbroush, who is like I think he's it's like 10 years he's been inactive in the scene. Or something like this, but he has had this little 2-page paper about calculating the proper normalization factor for the Blin-Fon specular, and the result is that this factor is quite a bit more complicated, not by much, but to the point that it's not really memorizable and not really like intuitive. So I just, okay, hi, I'm doing the simple stuff and thought that's correct one, sorry, and that's it.
Having done live coding myself, how can you write multiple lines in a mixed statement with pause and still get the basic write?
Now the pi for the 5. After that, I think that for most reasons, for most purposes, like I remember pi like 3, 14, 15, 9 to 6, and this is more than enough for the most purposes that I use it for. Schlank! Да, я себе еще в январе купил этот Threadripper, и после этого я могу спокойно стримить 1080p60. Очень удобно, 32 ядра, прям комфорт. So this is the one I really the first round of Flopin did look like this. She had object that looked similar to this, and this is really good. I really liked it. It's really stylish, and it was a little bit more complicated, but yeah, this is really interesting. So yeah, at this point I think I completely forgot what I was trying to do here. I tried, so I had this idea of landscape, camera looking at it like, not like this as a plane, but more like isometric stuff, like this, and object, different random objects flying above that. But for some reason, at this point, I completely forgot about this and started doing some random things unrelated to that, and I think it just made it worse. У Threadripper 16 ядер, каждый из них по 2 потока. То есть это не честные 32 ядра, но типа... Как бы в системе они видны как 32 ядра, и если там собирать какой-нибудь хром в MakeGit32, они как бы там все такое мгновенно раз и собралось. Приятно. Да, кодить на медленных компах тоже имеет смысл, но не совсем. Там есть как бы моменты, когда выгодно, чтобы у тебя пересобиралось все быстро, а работало медленно. Потому что то есть, итерации должны быть быстрее, а конкретно проверять производительность нужно на медленно. Но тоже сложный вопрос, неоднозначно. У Threadripper, короче, у AMD и его Ryzen были проблемы со сборкой, да, у ранних ревизий процессора весной. И проблемы починили. В новых ревизиях процессора и в Threadripper этой проблемы больше нет. Там были проблемы с виртуализацией. Их тоже починили, но как их починили? Есть, короче, чувак на Reddit там выложил патч 2 строчки с объяснением, как он работает, и это фиксит проблемы с виртуализацией. Так что сейчас все хорошо. После того, как эти проблемы все починили, я себе его таки купил, и у меня все прекрасно работает. У меня там винда в виртуалке крутится с пробросом видеокарты, там все хорошо. Про видюхи, которые новые какие-то там будут, я вообще ничего не знаю, не слежу. Теребить полвучку, честные 32 ядра. Ну, примерно как-то так, да. То есть, я думаю, на сборке там все нормально. Но я не замерял, то есть я не буду говорить. То есть не могу сказать, поскольку у меня нет данных из первых рук. Another one will be beat by a girl. I don't know. I think this beat should be pronounced as something else, but I'm not sure why. Provost works more focused. Okay. Sleeper. Yeah, sure. Okay, so yeah, at this point I completely forgot what I was doing, and I'm like, okay, what should I do? Like, have no good idea what to do, and I'm just trying. Maybe I should sync up with music somehow, but how? So yeah, there'll be a lot of like 12 minutes left, and I will just try random things. Вышка, в смысле высшее образование? Да, у меня магистр физика. Okay, so she's doing some, it's not fractal, but it's like domain modifications with kaleidoscopic kind of effect, which can be used to build really cool and unexpected shapes, which like you can see now. Yeah, this is look good, like this is stylish, and there's a lot of this ambient occlusion like thing that makes it like it's really pleasing to the eye. But for some reason I think maybe she didn't get enough sleep too, because like I think she's as lost as me at this point.
Nearly 10 minutes to go.
What this now needs is a proper sky and a sunset, don't you think?
Yeah, I tried to make some colors like this greenish green grass and like snowy mountains, but for some reason it didn't work, or I didn't like how it looked, and it just ended up this thing. So, and Philippine is trying things and they don't work.
Good rotation before slow.
So our contestants now bringing their A game, and as you said, we've seen them.
Про гравитацию, если имеется в виду там какая-нибудь общая теория относительности, там очень трудно. Я ее не знаю. ОТО, там запредельная математика. Ну как запредельная? В смысле, что она... Там надо туда несколько лет вгрохать просто в то, чтобы изучить математику, на котором это все сформулировано. Вот. Поэтому там как бы так непросто. Очень непросто.
Very solid and fluid.
Camera movement still a bit unpolished, but we have lots of time.
Very banging.
Yeah, compared to the progress we've made so far, there's so much.
Проводник Clouds. There was like some сука, блядь, comment from like someone when he's noticed like that I'm Russian. This is a common thing with people writing that on for Russian viewers or something like this. Okay, I'm starting to make camera work. So yeah, someone wrote this that I need clouds, and this is actually a thought that I kind of wanted to work on before the party, like 2 to 3 weeks before the party. I thought about preparing a scene with landscape and clouds, but it turned out to be too complex to write in 25 minutes. Well, it's possible to make it, but I just looked at it and didn't even try, because like, okay, this is too complex, I can't make it.
Will we see palm trees on the
There was some comment like I should add a cube and probably a cube. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, this I had an idea about this object that I forgot about, unfortunately, and yeah, this is. I tried to make it sync up to music, but all the ideas that I have for some reason they didn't work, because yeah, I have no idea what to do, and just let me. Maybe if I add this value to this value, it will look good. No, it doesn't look good. I just need to remove. Maybe if I tweak it like this, it will work. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I basically removed that.
And we got colors going on.
So Pete's first choice of colors, just by typing the numbers.
See where this goes.
Looks like the French flag of the future.
Текстурки справа в окне на соревнованиях, вот эти вот, это просто можно эти текстуры использовать. Их, по-моему, толком никто не использовал. То есть я вот использую шумовую текстуру, и вот эту как бы, ну, логотип самого ревижена, его тоже использовали. Вот, и я его использовал. Остальные я даже не видел, чтобы кто-либо использовал. Их можно просто читать из них, в них писать нельзя. Они подготовлены организаторами. So the question was like, what are these? And these are textures that contestants could use. They could read them, but I haven't seen anyone used anything besides this one and this one. Maybe I missed something because I didn't watch all the competitions because yeah, I was busy writing, working on my 4K and NK intros, but yeah, I noticed only using this and this, and basically I myself only used this and like just in a couple of things.
Very promising function name.
Flippin or her opponent used the first texture, maybe. I don't remember.
Probably a good move for the FFT.
We are down to 5 minutes. Come on, everybody, give it once again for Provok and Flippin. Come on, cheer! I want to hear you.
So yeah, as you can see, like it was more like 6 minutes, and I haven't made any significant progress there. It just
Yes, tune down on the camera movement a little bit. It's less jerky now.
and I'm just experimenting in camera movement because I don't have any good idea what to do. Yeah, I tried some mirroring, and this ended up actually making things worse, but I completely forgot to remove it before time went out. For some reason. Yeah, I was too tired and I missed a lot of things and made a lot of mistakes there. It's not really interesting to comment on this one because like on this stage, like I was writing on this stage because it was just so random. Yeah, I made it like why did I mirror it this? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and this is like okay, this doesn't make any sense. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
The Y one's touchier, but the X one always looks.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do. And at some point I think, okay, maybe if I sample the revision texture, I could make some islands that look like a revision thing. And this is the last thing that I tried. Yeah, so I'm trying to make the landscape height map more realistic, but for some reason it doesn't look more realistic, it looks worse.
She's commented out her rotations. She's probably tweaking the initial shape and then going to put it back.
Okay, so I'm making a lot of experiments that actually make things worse. Okay, I'm...
React to the changing music.
2 minutes. Get your shaders polished. Bring out the effect you want.
Different people seem to feel differently about it, but I really like seeing part of this competition as sort of performance art, where you sort of change your things over time to match, you know, the music and everything else, rather than just.
So yeah, nothing to comment on here. I didn't make any reasonable decisions in the last 10 minutes. I just forgot what I was doing, like what was the idea that I had, because if I did that, it could look more interesting.
Yeah, Fluffing seems to be struggling to figure out what to do next.
1.5 minutes.
Maybe dancing would help.
I think they both are burned out. Yes, this is correct. This is, at least for me, this is, yeah.
Always a good thing to try.
Last resort, blasting the colors and slice it up. But slicing it up in only one
And I tried to move this light direction for what purpose? I have no idea.
Provod's moving the light now with a sun.
Bit too extreme right now, but I think he's tweaking it.
It's definitely more interesting to look at.
Flipping is disappointed. Yeah. So yeah, this is the point where I added the texture to the and I want to make 30 seconds left. I want to make islands, but for some reason it doesn't work, and I what to do?
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, and I'm not going to fix it, and this is what I ended up with.
And it's done. Revision 2018 Shader Showdown. Make some noise for Provot. Make some noise for Flapine. Make some noise for Ronnie. Playing an amazing set. And now the difficult task. You guys have to decide who is the winner of the Shader Showdown.
Provod Davi.
Let's start with Provot.
Provot. Give it up for Provot.
Okay, and there are artifacts because yeah.
Okay, let's give it up. Let's look at Flapine.
Yeah, but Flapine does have really great colors. Like her color scheme is very pleasant. Mine is really random.
And Flapine.
I don't want to make this call.
Yeah, and it's really like yeah, her thing is really good. Like it's it's not like super great, but it's really is okay. Like good colors, symmetry, really clean, no artifacts. The artifacts that there are kind of make sense, even like style-wise. So she could like polish it in the end, and my work is always like unpolished. Like it's always some glitchy crap. And yeah, so there were many. It wasn't clear at this point who would win because so yeah, it would make sense for I'd say. So I would be happy if Flapine won, because like she's a newcomer. I've been in the scene for a few years, but audience like. Okay, maybe I shouldn't like. I don't have any consistent opinion on that, but yeah, I expected her to win. Okay, now I'm getting too tired. It's been 2 hours. Okay, so I'm just going to say that her work is good and strong, and like I like it, and comparable to it's. In a way, it's in a lot of ways better than the thing that I did. But yeah, mine is more complex, and like it has lighting and reflections and stuff like this. So yeah, it's difficult to decide.
The winner, based on all of you, in the end, is Provot. Give it up for Provot. Give it up for Flapine, second place.
But yeah, I could have made it a lot better, like with a lot of more interesting things, and yeah, I'm also confused like how to react to this. Sorry about that, I'm just weird.
So we'll see Provot at the prize giving ceremony where he'll get his statue and his prize. Think about the winner, hold your arm up high. Provot!
So yeah, this was it. Two really tired people writing shaders and making a lot of mistakes and not really we were really tired and that awkward contrast between them. Okay. Okay, I really hope that that I will be able to participate next year and play against, compete with all these great people again, because I think in a way this shader compo, I watched a previous ones to to have an idea what I will be up against. And I think this one was more complex and more interesting than the previous ones, and I really hope that next one we will be able to do even more interesting and complex stuff. So yeah, this is for the revision shader showdown thing. Yeah, sorry if I'm not being if I'm being awkward and not properly polite, because I'm kind of a bit autistic and I don't know how to do this properly, and there are obviously cultural difference between Russian and I'd say Western cultures. So yeah, please, if you have anything to comment or to correct me on anything, please let me know. Just I want to get better at it, and I want to be more correct. So yeah. Okay, there were a few chat comments. Чем больше всего запомнился тебе Revision 2018? So what was the most memorable thing for me for this revision? I'd say that apart from me competing at various compos, I really liked the... let me just open it. I really like this thing. Okay, so actually this is this thing. So yeah, you see the reaction just there. I will show you a little part of it, because this is the oh wow moment for me at the party. I was like, okay, I completely understand how it's done, and this is completely obvious how to do this, but still someone came up with the idea. It's obvious after the fact, and so that someone came up with the idea and executed it perfectly. This is perfect. So yeah, I will show you a little bit of this thing, which is, yeah, this is tracker music, right? So this is the tracker output. I'm not sure how long should I show it. Okay, let's just watch it until the end, because this is too great. Мне кажется, тебе нужно выучить пару постпроцессинговых фильтров, пару стиков контраста. Возможно. Это рэп-баттл для программистов, да, это вот оно. Оксор, привет. В текущей моде толерантности, извиняюсь за то, что ты немного аутистичен, этим можем обидеть аутистов. Ну, простите. Я могу обидеть любым своим действием кого угодно, и да. Понимаете, да? И это еще не все. Да-да-да, это вот простите, что я существую. Сейчас будет панчлайн такой. Это только начало. Сейчас начнется. Сейчас начнется. То есть трекерная музыка, и вот отображается, значит, вот ноты инструмента. Сейчас будет. So this was the reclamation by Logicoma, and this was the like the most memorable thing for me at the party, like from all the works that were there. That this was the music is great by itself. Like the music is I don't know. I really liked it like it a lot, and I don't think that I can explain it. I just like it, but they take it to complete. First, that this is tracker music. Like this fact is amazing, and then they take it like to completely next dimension by just making a video out of tracker pattern organizing jumping stuff like. Yeah, obviously it was an empty instrument for the notes that were used for graphics, but so yeah, technically it's obvious how it was done. It's you can do it by hand. You can try to write some tools that make the XM file that looks like this, but the fact that someone thought of it, executed it perfectly, like it's amazing. Like, and yeah, this was Logicoma, so it's Wobble, Ferris, and DJ Hoffman. Like, you guys, like, incredible. Yeah, this is the reaction. And yeah, this thing completely breaks a lot of trackers. Everything libmodplug based can digest it. They just when the animation starts, they just start making noises and not play it properly. And other trackers, I found the one tracker that can play it but can't export it for some reason. But yeah, so it's like complete abuse of the format. Okay, so this was this thing that this thing. So next up for my stream today is my 4K intro and my 8K intro, and I will take a short 5-minute break, and after that I will continue with explaining, with showing my other entries. So yeah, it's again BRB 5 mins, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. And next up is 4K intro that I made visuals for and Keen made music for. I think the best way to show it to you would be actually to restream the 4K compo video because of the issues with my local video capture when graphics is being the GPU is being used a lot.
Pretty proud.
So yeah, the first thing that we finally decided with Kin to form a demo group because, well, we've been working together for more than a year, and like we were stable at that. We made a lot of entries together, and it would make sense. Like my previous Yelp group wasn't even a group for most of its existence. We tried to form a group like in 2011. And there were 3 of us, and basically after a couple of months, only I was active, and no one was active since. So yeah, there was a single man demo group, and Kin was also making his Skype demo group, and for some reason, maybe he did something with someone else, but it also looked like a lot of like single man demo group. And as we were working together, we decided to form this Jetlag demo group, and I please try to guess like why are we named Jetlag. So yeah, and we made these under this name. We made the Appear 4K intro that like most of the visuals and like as an intro, it was done on a party place. We had only parts of the music were ready before the party, and like general understand it what we were trying to do with this thing. And yeah, as a party prod that was like updated after the deadline, it wasn't really finished. But yeah, so this is the party version, and
Clang, big thanks to Virgil and Novi.
I think it's Appear by Jetlag.
I think it is. I think I'm incapable of reading.
So yeah, it's really slow and ambient, and it has physically correct atmospheric scattering, and maybe I can even show the code of this thing. Yeah, the colors are kind of good because of like physically correct thing. So another funny thing that for both intros we worked in the same repository, which is like not really convenient, but hey. So it was really simple. It consisted only of the one shader, which is GLSL. This thing, and this is traditional like 4K thing without any post-processing, just the one shader that one shader with ray marching, but this one except not only has a ray marching thing for the city landscape, it also has this is the landscape city thing, and these are the constants for the atmospheric scattering thing. And yeah, so I had to dig up some papers on how to do atmospheric scattering, and just wrote some integrals. So this is not correct. This basically I started to work with this based on my old shader from ShaderToy where I did atmospheric scattering, but I completely reworked it, so this comment is stale, and I'm not basing on this one anymore. I have based it on another paper from GPU Pro, I think, on scattering with my own modifications on top, like how to integrate it with my rendering thing. So